Hi friends, how to make pizza dough. Easy pizza crust recipe on today's episode. If you find it helpful, smash that like button and click subscribe for our other easy recipes linked down below. So first what you're gonna need is Ketonia keto bread mix. It's a low carb bread mix to make simple pizza crust, which I will link down below. Thank you Ketonia for sponsoring today's pizza crust recipe. You're also gonna go ahead and need some instant yeast or active yeast, 1 cup of water, 1 teaspoon of honey, and 2 eggs. So first get your Ketonia keto bread mix and also organize your supplies of 1 cup of warm water. Go ahead and put it into a bowl. We're also going to go ahead and take our active dry yeast. I'm using 1.2 tablespoons of active dry yeast, but you could use 1 tablespoon of instant yeast if you happen to have that in your pantry instead. We're going to go ahead and mix that together in the warm water along with a teaspoon of the honey and let those ingredients get mixed together, and I'll let it sit for about 5 minutes while all of that gets together and the warm water starts to activate the instant yeast or the active yeast together. So mix all of those ingredients together. While you're putting those together, again, make sure you click down below in the description link to get the Ketonia keto bread mix. It makes for a super low carb recipe or a keto recipe, but you can't tell that it's low carb. It tastes absolutely delicious. So go ahead and put your 2 eggs together into your pizza crust mix. Get it nice and mixed together, and then add your bread mix, 1 pouch of the bread mix together for your pizza crust. We're simply going to go ahead and knead this pizza crust for about 10 to 15 minutes. Just keep kneading it together and putting it into a ball format. Once you've kneaded it for 10 to 15 minutes with your pizza crust, you're going to go ahead and cover it with a towel and let it sit for about 30 minutes. You're going to come back, go ahead and shape it back into a ball again and let it sit for another 30 minutes, so a total of 1 hour sitting. While it's doing that, grab some parchment paper. I love parchment paper because it makes for an easy recipe with your pizza crust not sticking. Then go ahead and take your pizza crust and we're going to mix it into 3 different small shapes of pizza crust. We're going to go ahead and freeze the other half of this. It's really simple to freeze. You simply just make it into a small ball, take some olive oil, coat the outside of it, put it into a Ziploc bag, and put it in your freezer so you can have easy pizza crust dough that's fresh later on. Literally, you would just take that frozen ball out the night before, and then you can have fresh pizza crust the next day if you want to make this for easy meal prep. Super, super simple. So we're going to go ahead and put that to the side. And we're going to go ahead and make 3 small pizza crusts out of them, simply stretching our dough and putting it onto our parchment paper. While I'm doing this, I have preheated my oven to 400 degrees and I will cook these 3 pizza crusts for 20 minutes together. Again, making them very, very small shapes because it's a fluffy dough that will come out. I personally like very fluffy dough for my pizza crust. So there's 3 different ones, and then we're going to go ahead and top your pizza crust with whatever type of topping you want. If you want pepperoni or fresh mozzarella, or if you want sausage or pineapple or ham or a Hawaiian pizza, but these make for fresh, delicious pizza crust for you. Super, super easy. So I'm just adding my pizza crust. Kids could actually help you with this dinner if you wanted an easy dinner. And I'm using some of my sliced mozzarella cheese. I like it as opposed to shredded cheese. Pick whatever your preference is. You could throw some pepperoni on there, some ham on there. Put that back into the oven and put it on the broiler setting for 2 minutes to make sure the cheese gets melted and ooey gooey. It tastes absolutely amazing. If you found this easy pizza dough recipe and pizza crust recipe, make sure you smash that like button, click subscribe, and check out our other playlist down below. Special thank you to Ketonia for sponsoring today's easy pizza crust recipe.